Most appropriate time to start a broadcast. Right here.
Indubitably.
That was exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
Alright, you guys are live in case you hadn't noticed yet.
Right. Sweet.
I'm gonna share.
Swagalicious.
Should we introduce ourselves?
No, I think you should just go anonymous with the whole thing, even though people probably recognize your voices.
That's true.
Yeah, Johnny's pretty well known in the broadcasting industry now.
Yeah, it's pretty.
His ridiculous bias on the first day.
I am not biased.
Just completely and 100%
But
angle towards it.
Our record is biased 5-0.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I read it from her phone. She read it.
Go ahead and do your thing, guys.
Our thing.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay, broadcasting. I'm going to do color.
Anticipation. The anticipation is through the roof.
Right, the mobs are now entering the alley. Sitting down. We're about to begin. So far I haven't been doing color, I've been doing play-by-play. It's colorful play-by-play.
I always found play-by-play to be most exhilarating, especially when you brighten it up.
Yeah. I enjoy doing play-by-play of things that aren't actually play. Like play-by-play of them sitting and getting ready.
I mean, because they're just, look how exuberant they are. I mean, with the positioning, and it's just, you can see, the enthusiasm in their wear and their position, and just, the way they're lined up. I mean,
it's interesting to see who assumes orthodox position first.
Is everyone ready for me to pray?
Yeah.
Sam's about to pray.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Sam is constabulating this
There will be a
game.
winner. People happy before I vote. In my tie. Completely, we can't buy in order to vote again.
Anyway, Father, thank you for getting us all here safely and for the opportunity we have to have on the fellowship with each other. I pray that our words and our actions would be glorifying to you today, God. And just again, thank you for this opportunity, for these people, for this day, God. And I just pray that you would help us to honor you in it. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Cross.
And we're off.
One more time. Ready? Stop.
Excellent
Fighting.
pullback. Oh, excellent disallowage. Starting off with our mandatory ham. Excellent pullback.
If we cared about soccer, I would make a comparison to the excellent soccer save, but we don't.
Constable's calling a connection to the thuggery.
There seems to be some major problems with links between the chairs.
We're glad this issue shall be continued to be resolved in later editions of Flappery when it shall be benches instead.
Also, in later editions of Zelda, link between chairs.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Again,
abrupt.
with the excellent disallowage
Abrupt.
from James Anderson.
Alright, don't let him get the duck from you.
Except he broke composure and has been taken out for 26 seconds. Let's see how they fare without their chimney.
Yeah, there you go.
You really add just... Oh, excellent. This new dynamic of not worrying about, accidentally pushing the duck down and, keeping it from rolling around. I think people are really excited about it.
It frees up the gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit more about team positioning on this angle and the way that they can pass back and forth without worries of he's been stopped. It's just it frees them up and they're not worried.
The 10-second shot clock makes it so that the game doesn't stagnate, but it also isn't overly trepidatious.
Yeah, I mean it was found and it was brought to the constabulary attention. I mean, in all the ways, and the Apostles debated it greatly, and they found it was really bizarre that just the arbitrary definition of what holdage was, and resolving that really is going to help to make some good clean flappery.
Definitely. This is maybe the most interesting matchup of the night. Both of the teams are 3-1, meaning that neither team is in a leading position within the league, and so a win for either will make or break their playoff chances.
Yeah, bring some excessive dominance. I mean, very, very well matched up, very even, lots and lots of emphasis and effort from both sides.
Both mobs are playing their hearts out. Yeah.
Oh, trying to gain the possession. The shootouts. Oh, excellent. Wow. Disallowed. Sacrifice. Excellent sacrifice by James. Excellent.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Chumbawambas fare when we have benches instead of chairs. What will James do?
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh,
great disallowage for the Jaybirds.
I mean, with tensions this high, any sort of score, I mean, like you said, comparable to soccer, that it's so high that any score is just going to erupt in an excessive amount of just celebration, I believe, at this point.
I'm pretty, yeah.
I mean, also with the resizing of the scoring zone, with the lower score, it brings the tension. It just raises that tension, and it doesn't let it flow into the same way of, people are like, they'd be down by 6 wallops and they had 3 minutes to go and they would come back. It's just like, some people would come back from extreme odds, but now with the different size and the way that they can hold the duck, I think
it changes the game for the better.
It really does.
2 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the game.
Discernment break in concordance.
Yeah, so that when I mean, not all of it, we just do that.
Like this way, you want?
Yeah, I mean, whatever she's,
All right, play is about to resume.
Discernment break has come to a close.
And we have stopped waiting. Oh.
Not in.
Very close. Touch the ceiling.
And it's out.
Oh, very aggressive opening. Very aggressive.
Highly contentious.
Oh, wow, excellent, interesting call. Apparently his arm was
pulled
unlatched.
And unlatched.
Yeah, very abruptly.
Broke orthodox composure and has been ejected for 26 seconds. This is the time for the Chumbawambas to make a difference in the game.
Oh. There is a wallop. Man, very physical. Oh, undeniable. Mason is extremely frustrated with not being able to jump in there and disallow these.
And he's back in. But 2 wallops were scored in his absence for the Chumbawambas.
Oh.
Strong score for the Jays.
I would almost call ball being removed from the thuggery at that point. There was an elevation there.
That was pretty close.
I don't know, but constabulatory, discretion.
And it didn't affect the outcome of the
loft, lot of loft. Oh, excellent.
Strong
Excellent.
disallowage. The score is 5-4 currently. With 45 seconds remaining in the game. That leaves 23 seconds until Hysteria.
Ooh, go on too
Excellent
high,
attempt
too
from the
high.
Chumbawambas.
Oh, pull back. Oh, quickly taken away. Rolled out, too much power. But then also it's just the control of power and learning that precision curve is something new. And James scores, and James seemingly mastered at this point.
Bringing the score to 5-5.
Hysteria has been
18
entered.
seconds remaining.
Oh. Lean.
Jaybirds make a play. Disallowed.
Oh, good teamwork. Good pull together to keep that from sliding in between. Elbows into locked up against each other. Good pullback. He's waiting for it. The loft is up. Oh, undeniable. Mason falls out of the seat.
Breaking the tie. Also breaking the thuggery. 6 seconds remaining.
Makes you wonder if a lot more is breaking right now.
Chumbawambas. The spirits of the Jaybirds.
Yeah, crushed. Can they hold it up? Oh.
Oh, disallowed. Just barely.
Close. That was close. Any little further, it would have been line.
Not it. And time.
Time has been called. That moment, I think that unlatching really changed it up.
The 26 seconds Mason was out of play was crucial.
It was detrimental
for the outcome of the game. The Chumbawambas won by 1 and scored 2 in his absence.
Yeah, I mean they were to come back, but it was definitely pretty tricky to maintain that.
Certainly. Now we are reestablishing the thuggery.
Find the seating too slightly uncomfortable.
The seats are really low.
Very low to this.
And they kind of sink in the middle.
Just impedes a little bit, but not too drastic at least. Yeah, we're live.
Hey, Mr. Constable, is there something you want us to be doing differently?
We have a viewer. We're viewing. Thank you.
Here's the thing, that they should be able to pull your arm off if they're in the position. So,
Juvenile conjectures flying around even before the match has started.
Hey, tell us.
you just gotta be more intentional about maintaining your all there.
Planning out strategies now. Just want to take this moment to remark and show the amazing patriotism shown here by the Jaybirds, Lemon Saber Jaybirds. And it's a great tribute to their own country, as they're serving for the U.S. and fighting to uphold its amazing traditions.
Of course, if they lose, then that's sort of a stain on our national pride.
It's quite disgraceful. You would not want that to be. Oh. Paul rallying. Oh, keeps it in. Oh, Santa. Unwanted Santa. They were going for something tricky there. You know, anything risky is cost.
Apart.
Yeah.
Valiant effort. Score is 1-0 for the Jaybirds.
Oh, vicious pull away. James gets it out.
Abby Anderson was elbowed in the face. Discernment break has been called. The timekeeper is calling for a finger test, which I'm not sure what that means.
Wow. And you can see why we're bring that first aid kit out.
Very close. Almost a betwiction. for the Chumbawambas, but not quite enough.
I mean, we're almost at this point in, Flappery meta where it feels like Betwictions are an exclusion and something of rarity.
Highly rare.
Yeah, I mean,
The defense is just too strong to allow Betwictions on a regular basis.
I mean, it has to be back in early days. I do remember.
That was almost the only way to score.
It was one of the only ways. Most people did not see the turkey bacon melt as It was incurred by Daniel Hill.
Frequently.
And but most people did not seem to take to it as much as they are now, and it was that good right or left elbow hook that just sent it flying. It was, I think it might come back in this prevalent dominance of
That's true.
turkey bacon melts.
But never again as the main method of scoring.
Yeah, I really don't think so. I mean, you watch every single member and you know what they're in their mind they are going to do. They are prevalently pulling back and letting that roll off the table.
The Legends are one of the few mobs to still maintain a Betwiction-centered strategy.
Yeah, and you got Ricky really heading that up with a really strong push, and you don't want your head to be in the way, so Betwiction is almost going to happen.
But their record kind of doesn't show much success for that strategy.
Yeah, I mean, with the defense, and as we just witnessed here, I mean, constant throwbacks are...
Mobs like the Chumbawambas and the Jaybirds will throw themselves after the ball in order to prevent wallops.
And then, I really wonder if people will throw themselves back maybe next time if being a bench, not knowing that there's going to be that. Will such sacrifice be theirs? Oh! There are outward concerns about Paul breaking Orthodox.
It's not clear whether it was wallop or whether they broke Orthodox.
Either way, it's bad for either side, depending on the call. No wallop, no thud. Sam is being gracious. Pullbacks. James rolling up.
Excellent disallowage.
Play resumes after fall. Trying to gain that control.
Close play there.
Mason almost brought a Santa upon himself trying to pull that under, and he couldn't seem to reverse that.
Pretty sloppy play on behalf of the Jaybirds there.
James, nice pullback.
Oh,
just out of
bounds. Rare break of form for James Anderson of the Chumbawambas.
Ouch.
Immediate wallop for the Jaybirds.
That's Santa. I mean, they've been having some trouble.
I'm pretty convinced we're going to go into a third composure on this match.
I really don't doubt it. Excellent line hit.
Wallop for the Chumbawambas. Can't understate the significance of this match for both teams. Third composure will only increase the tension, potentially driving both mobs to even more drastic lengths.
Oh man, I mean, you just can't understate the measures that these people will go to. Oh, wallop for Landsavers. Abrupt pull. Pulls back. Ooh, what's it called? Wallop. Man, Jaybirds are powering through with their revenge.
6-1.
Very dominant. Ben comes up. Ooh, push down. Rolls over. Ham sandwich.
A lot of interchange in the alley. And
out.
out.
It's 6-1.
6-1 for the Jaybirds.
You're my husband for me, sir.
James commenting on the intensity of the lameness of this game. Much standing around. Oh. I mean, I kind of have to agree with you, Johnny. This game is exciting. I mean, there's a lot of tension, but the excitement that was,
Present in the first composure.
it just didn't seem, it's not there.
It's gone.
It's been a soda left out too long.
Yeah. I can only assume that it will resume in the third composure. It's a large distraction right now from someone's phone ringing. No one knows whose phone it is. Discernment break called.
James is discussing with his teammates strategy. While Flame and Saber Jaybirds are just soaking in this wonderful win. I mean, they might come back, but I'm really doubting it. So I think they're just relaxing and just going to push forward with what they're doing.
Their only hope is the third composure.
Yeah. They really can't stress out right now, otherwise it's gonna be too much to handle. And
a loss for either team at the end of this match means moving from a fairly strong record of 3-1 to a relatively weak record of 3-2.
I do believe we are at Hysteria, just still waiting for Constable to return.
Constable is absent and now returned to the field of play, also known as an alley.
Up, it's up. In.
Rally in the last
that was
seconds of the game.
Really good form. Really good form on that.
Oh.
Santa. I mean,
they've spent 3 of those, I think, so far in this composure alone.
There's a lot of I feel like miscommunication, maybe.
I think so. I think the team is not really. And again,
it just
he's overeager.
Insult to injury.
He's overeager.
It just seems to pound into to the mindset of defeat, and it's not helping.
No. Oh, almost won for the Jaybirds.
I'm actually thinking a great cause of this might be that they're so used to that pullback, getting ready for that turkey bacon melt, that it's comfortable and they're getting sloppy and it just falls and it's probably exasperating just to. Oh, there's time. Uncounted. We are going to go to a third composure.
Going into a third composure now. Switching sides once again. Everyone is now getting emergency alerts for a dust storm warning.
Excessive.
Surprise, surprise, it's summer in Arizona.
Lane Saber Jaybirds hoping for this. James, I do not hesitate to say that he is a little stressful at this moment. He has really got to pull this off. I mean, they came out strong, but they just the
narrow win in the first composure.
Yeah.
Utter loss in the second.
Momentum died.
The momentum is all on the Jaybirds' side here, but both teams need this victory.
Oh, this Wi-Fi is slow. That's not gonna work. 2.5 kilobytes a second. That might mean we have terrible stream quality, but it looks pretty good from our side, so hopefully it's gonna be decent.
They're returning to the alley, the third composure of this critical match for the Jaybirds and the Chumbawambas. Let's see how they fare.
Sorry if I'm sorry if I don't leave centers.
It's the dust storm warning.
More emergency alerts are flying all over the place. Pull back, waiting,
And disallowed,
brings it back in.
but
The
a
terrible Santa. I mean, you can either block that duck up high or block it low. You can't do
You
both.
can't do both.
It's
without
either going
breaking
over you or
composure,
under you
without
now.
breaking position.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky.
And close composure once again, 1-1 in the first seconds of the third composure of this match. And they're off. Wow, some serious tension there. Oh. And someone is calling...
James, apparently his shoe was entrapped underneath the thuggery, causing some, pain and discomfort.
Thuggery was on my foot, man. It's like, are you remember for 5 minutes? This is so slow. I know I'm making this.
This is really one of the slowest.
It's
slowest.
slightly disappointing.
Yeah. Slow as molasses on a hot summer day in Mississippi. Slow as a southern drawl.
As slow as a sloth.
Slow like
victory.
iced tea being sipped. Okay, the game's back.
Oh, and nothing still happens.
Tied 1-1. Tension is high, but neither team seems to be acting on that.
I mean, forceful power, not enough power.
No real score. A lot of sloppiness.
I almost feel like I'm gonna fall asleep commentating this.
I'm not even sure if either team is really prepared.
I know.
Not in. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. This game is putting me to sleep.
I never thought I'd say that about Flappery. I mean, it's exciting as it is. It's a drawn out battle.
A third composure of a game as meaningful as this should be incredibly exciting.
It's just the tension's lost.
It's just not there.
I mean, we're later
a lot
into the
of
season.
locked horns, nothing moving. Once again, no more scoring.
Oh, trying to get it off. An excellent form against
A
James.
wallop for the
If he can keep up
Chumbawambas.
this form, he might be able to pull this away.
They have a chance of victory.
He has to get that form perfect, though.
Exactly perfect. We've seen what lengths Mason will go to for a disallowance. Ooh. Tie game once again.
My goodness.
2-2.
It's just and the ball is in the air. It's nothing quick and exciting. It seems to float there endlessly and just.
It seems like every gain that one team will make is countered by the other.
Oh, bring it low. Disallowed.
Some real competition there for once, but again, no real outcome. Under 3 minutes remaining, and the score is still tied 2-2.
Excellent pullback. Oh, it
Excellent
hits the line. Good wallop, James. I mean, and we cannot ignore James' illustrious record
No.
of wallops. I do believe he's sitting on something like 88 wallops right now.
Oh my goodness!
It
I would
is
not be surprised.
It is not to be laughed at.
2.5 minutes remaining. 3-2 Chumbawambas.
And I mean, if you just think about that, I mean, let's take a look here. From last week.
Hey, can I get a kick this over break?
Some
Here we are.
valiant disallowance.
We have James Anderson sitting here with 77 turkey bacon melts, 83 wallops last week alone.
A discernment break has been called, somewhat violently.
I mean, the only one that is even coming close to this record of excessive wallops is... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I do believe I have been misinformed as our leader of wallops. As we have...
Sam Friedman?
Sam Friedman with our illustrious 95 wallops and 85.
He scored an incredible amount last week.
Yeah, I mean... But
Repeat viewers
if you were
might
to line
remember.
up the order of amazing players, it would go right away from Sam to James. But yeah, James, here they are. You know,
Stranded in the doldrums of a third composure.
it's not prevalent in the league
This game
necessarily
is
either.
so messy. And again, tied. 3-3 now.
Ah,
No progress being made. Painful to watch, and I'm sure painful to play. Under 2 minutes remaining. It's important to recognize that if this composure ends in a tie, the victory will go to the Jaybirds as they have a higher number of wallops for the total match.
yeah, it's frustrating, and I can understand how James is really gonna just he's gonna
The only hope for the Chumbawambas is outright victory. Nothing less.
This makes me think of really early. I do believe the very first time I casted this, I was making remarks on how James had picked up Paul Stanton for. In the quote, I quote, he said, "He goes, I picked Paul Stanton because Paul Stanton, he uses his head. You know, he thinks through the game, and he said he'd rather have one Paul Stanton versus 1,000 burly thugs who don't know what they're doing, you know? And it
I'm not
makes you
sure
wonder
how well
if
that's worked out.
Paul
for
is
him.
just losing his edge, you know?
Perhaps.
That fresh taste. And,
Yet another discernment break called.
yeah.
The score now is score 6-4. The Jaybirds in the lead. Hope is dimming for the Chumbawambas. They need to make up a deficit of three wallops in order to win the match. Sermon break is now ended. They're returning to the alley for the last minutes of this composure.
I mean, it's 2-point differences. It can be made up.
Can be,
It
but
can
a
be.
tie
But with,
plays into
with
the
how
Jaybirds'
close
hand.
they've been in this game, I don't feel like this is gonna happen.
I don't see it happening. But the Chumbawambas bring it back to 5-6. Maybe they can pull this out.
Gap is narrowing. Oh, and we are tied. We are tied up.
6-6.
Momentum is now rolling. I think the excitement has rolled back into this.
The discernment break was a good move on behalf of the Chumbawambas.
They are getting that rollback.
Tight play.
Tight play.
pass.
Paul is pushing for it. It is still back in the alley.
Out.
Out to the chair.
That went over the head of Paul. Almost was
Restriction there.
Betwiction.
But it was not in between anyone, so that's no need to call.
Almost a Santa.
Vigorous wrestling.
Just tight game. This is the tension we were missing earlier.
Abby pulls it over.
7-6 Jaybirds reopening their lead.
Everyone, I mean, I feel like there's just a little bit, a palpable sense of excitement popping out of here.
Definitely.
Tension. A little bit of flavor coming back into this game.
5 seconds.
5 seconds remaining. No hope remaining for the Chumbawambas.
Vigorous, wrestles,
Hmm.
disallowage.
Time is not quite up.
1 second.
1 second remaining.
This
I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening.
All they can do is tie it, and that won't even win.
That will not win it for them.
That just gives it back to the Jaybirds. Calling a discernment break. Completely unnecessary discernment break.
1 second left.
I think the Chumbawambas are in denial. That's the only way to say it.
There's just no way to get over this defeat.
I think this is a good proof that a good player does not a good mob make.
Yeah, excellent words, Johnny. I mean, I've seen star teams, amazing players. But a team is made of individual players who are not the best in themselves, but are learning to work as a whole and combining their unique talents to create one amazing team.
The Jaybirds are the shining example of that. With a record of now probably 4-1, they're one of the best teams in the league, and they don't really have any particularly outstanding thugs.
Yeah. Which makes them a very well-rounded team, and one I would like to root for, honestly.
I would like to root for them unless they're playing the Flap Attack, of course.
Well, I mean, and Flap Attack is probably one of those examples with great team and an amazing
well-rounded with a power chimney.
Oh, I mean, it's undeniable. Sam Freeman is such a powerhouse at this point. It's
without doubt.
It's
time.
Oh.
And pull the curtains on success for the Chumbawambas. Jaybirds now move into position as firmly the second best team in the league.
Well deserved, I would say. It was a great comeback.
Without doubt.
Great play.
The Chumbawambas made it close, but
yeah.
No cigar, as they say.
Well-lapped game.
Yes, Daniel is here! Oh, sorry.
Okay, don't press stop.
Meaning I have to watch what I'm actually saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week something of the Flappery Goosery.
Are we in Canada now?
Yes, this is the Canadian version for all you non-viewers out there.
All right, then. These are your hosts. We are the franchise. I'm Tyler Leha, and this is my co-host.
Nathan Johnson, and this is my co-host, Tyler Leha.
We're kind of a mutual co-host.
Coexistent hostess.
Exactly.
We are hosting in
not-
other people's bodies right now.
Well, that's kind of that's off the that's sorry.
It's
I just got
possible.
distracted by someone I need to take care of later.
In this second match of Goosery, we have Chumbawambas playing Legion of Legends. Legend of Legions.
I believe that's true. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they have Dominic Torquato out there tonight. Now, this is the first match Dominic has played in over 2 weeks.
I'd say eons.
It feels like eons, Luke.
I also want to point out that Legion of Legends in acronym form does stand as LOL.
That is true, and we will be laughing at their performance tonight. I mean, we will be laughing with them. Yes.
Hopefully they don't suck.
Once again, we want to remind you that Nathan Johnson and Tyler Leha have absolutely no idea what we are doing.
Yep, that's true.
It looks like we have a Friedman in our way of view.
Mr. Samuel Friedman. We got Nick playing Chimney. Interesting matchup. I think it played well for them last time, swapping from Ricky and an early wallop.
This is true. But now we have the solid brick wall with Dominic Torquato, or AKA Torque, as the right chum, and Ricky Manning as the left chum.
Yes, they do have a formidable appearance, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be working if they keep on getting all these trebuchets in.
That is true. That is true. The brick wall can only stand so high. Now, how about these Chumbawambas? James Anderson, not James, but James Anderson.
Anderson has already scored 3 wallops, getting an early lead.
He's playing a very solid chimney tonight.
If you watched the last game, you could tell that he didn't really come out that well. I think he was trying to, give the ball more to his teammates Paul and Tatum. And
is
it
true.
worked all right, but they just didn't have the strength. So he's definitely not holding back this match.
Now, I believe that, and a Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
It does seem to be his earliest flaw in this week, is he's been getting a lot of Santas.
It almost feels like Christmas again.
It does.
Now, it looks like they almost switched up with Paul Stanton as the right chum and Tatum Landis as the left chum.
As opposed to Paul Stanton left chum and Tatum right chum. Interesting matchup. Probably trying to work in those underworked flaps and those probably right elbows, but kind of killing them right now.
Exactly. I know the feeling. Looks like we have to unify the thuggery here.
Also, another constant problem that James has been facing is, unifying the thuggery, and it does take away down the time. I feel like last match they probably lost about over a minute and a half of lost time in unifying the thuggery. They could have had to score more wallops.
I would argue it was more time.
Sometimes it does play in their favor, but last match for sure it did not.
Torque with the turkey bacon melt, and James Manderson as the defender.
Easy disallowance there. Nothing fancy, just a quick pop to the right.
But wasn't I behind? Wasn't it behind?
Oh, I don't know. It looks like there's some constabulatory that I'm hearing betwixt. I'm hearing disallowed. I'm not sure what's going on out there, Nathan.
We would ration betwixt, but it's not necessarily our call.
Can we get a play-by-play? Or
Play-by-play guy's dead.
he is dead.
You killed him with the sword last time.
You killed me, Mal. You killed me with a sword. How weird is that?
Quotes, anybody. That's all we do.
That is all we do. So for the rest of this time, we will be quoting to you movies.
Lots of movies.
Do they speak English in what?
What? English. Do
you speak it? We have Sammy Friedman coming and touching the computer. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam, for your touching touches.
Of the computer.
And other things. Mostly just. He did shake my hand.
He did shake my hand too. And a wallop for the Chumbawambas.
Finally getting some scores on the scoreboard. Got about, I want to say 4-0, though I'm not sure. Because I don't do math.
Do you even math?
No.
Math?
No, I do
math? Mathematics? Mathematics? What's the difference these days?
Never once. Never at all.
Exactly. Oh, and a beautiful disallowage.
That was beautiful.
Oh, followed up by a turkey bacon melt by James Manderson.
Was he hitting that ball or was he dancing?
I believe he was dancing with the ball.
I believe he was.
That was, for those of you who didn't see it, you might want to replay that because that was beautiful. It looked like it was out on the replay. I repeat, it was out on the replay. The fact that they took my advice is astounding.
Rather concerning.
It is rather concerning because I, once again, have no idea what I am doing.
Nope.
As probably demonstrated by the way we play.
We have no idea what we're doing because we are 0-4.
Or are we 0-0-4? Oh, and a ham sandwich and a disallowage.
That was a great header by Nick.
Not very exciting matchup. I feel like I'm in need of a nap. Got some good teamwork out there. You got a warning?
Give me time! Time! Official time!
122 left in play.
What's the score?
In this match, there have been some concerns of malnutrition possibly playing a factor. As you can see, Chumbawambas are fairly skinny, and just worrying if they're actually getting enough food.
Score 5-2, I believe, in favor of the Chumbawambas.
Chumbawambas are taking an early lead here. Not too sure if Legions can take this back.
Why don't we just laugh as their names?
Yes, not sure if Aha can take this back.
Oh, and a ham sandwich by Nitch Woodmansey.
He wants those. He's hungry. He's hungry for that ham.
Oh, and an attempt, and that failed. That failed hard.
That did fail pretty hard.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Paul Stanton with the
trying to make him out. Still a good disallowage.
You know, there's not as much bacon in the air tonight.
More like a turkey not soggy melt.
You mean kind of what they serve at Wendy's?
Yes, soggy burgers. That's all you will ever get there.
We'd like to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that this presentation tonight is brought to you by Cheez-Its, the snack that bites back.
That's not Cheez-Its.
It's been brought to my attention that there's a sandstorm outside. Are we a bunch of Tuscan Raiders? Or are we... Calm down, Chewie. That'd make me Han.
We don't necessarily press charge.
For those of you who don't speak Wookiee, here's a rough translation.
Vivid means, oh god, hair mats.
Or hairball.
Hairballs.
Like I said, it is a very rough translation,
Very
as
rough, very rough.
the language is yet to be interpreted. And a ham sandwich back and forth. Oh! That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
We are witnessing.
Had we had one more ham sandwich by Tatum Landis, the game would be over.
That is the first time I've ever seen that. If
That many ham sandwiches.
No, there's a rule. If everybody on the both mobs ham sandwich in the same play,
The game is over.
That is the rule we're going through right now. I was warned that game was finished and it's over.
Ben, can we get your thoughts on the last play?
Come here, Ben.
Come over here. We have candy.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. I want to get an instant replay of that one.
Be right back, gents. I'm going outside.
I have been left by Nathan Johnson. It looks like he is going outside to check on this snowstorm, or sandstorm. I don't believe we are on the ice planet of Hoth. And it looks like this composure is over, ladies and gentlemen. Time to find out what the final score was after that amazing end of events. Getting the final score here.
Huh? I don't know what that score.
Okay, I was being lied to.
7-2.
7-2 in favor of the Chumbawambas.
Yeah.
I am assuming.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna pause it for now. You guys are going.
And I'm back for the second composure. With me, I have Andrew Johnson of the franchise.
Hello.
Okay, that is not his actual voice. I apologize. Looks like we had some mischievous misgoings and bring forthings during the first and second composure betweenings, I believe.
Yep, we just came back from looking over the replays from that awesome ham sandwich combo.
That was pretty, in fact, awesome. Had it hit Tatum Landis's head and or gave her a ham sandwich, the game would have been over. And now we are actually sitting in the midst of a dust storm, or as Arizonans like to call it, a haboob.
Yes, be careful for the next couple of weeks, people, because it looks like valley fever will be on the rise.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't nobody got time for that.
How do you feel like this outcome of weather might affect future plays?
You know, I'm not sure how it'll affect, especially because we play indoors. But it might drop attendance. And for those of you watching at home, we thank you. Looks like we got this second composure going, nice and strong, after the first composure defeat of the Legion of Legends, also known as LOL, or for those of you who like to laugh out loud. The Chumbawambas are coming out strong, especially after their first match defeat. James Anderson with another wallop. As you can see, I have my co-host, Nathan Johnson, out in the line fields. Not sure exactly what he's doing, but he has abandoned his station.
Good work, Torque.
James Anderson lining up the turkey bacon melt. And it's in for a wallop. Hands it off to Tatum. Brings it back. Oh, and another turkey bacon melt. Andrew, what are your thoughts on this match so far?
I feel like James Anderson's just really dominating this turkey bacon melt. I feel like he's perfected it as much as anyone can. I think that's a real advantage for his team.
Now, James Anderson lost his last match against the Jaybirds. Although they did have a very close competition. The ham sandwiches, turkey bacon melts, none of that seemed to help in this case. How has it changed in this match against Legion of Legends?
I'm not sure. It could be the weather, like we talked about earlier today, just having some psychological effects on them. Other than that, I wouldn't know.
You make a great reporter, making no sense of any question I give you. And we return back to the live play-by-play of the Chumbawambas Legion of Legends match. Looks like Torque is back in from a justice period. Got them crossed. Oh, flaps are down, not crossed. I apologize. Hand it off to Paul. Paul with the turkey bacon melt. Oh, great disallowed by James Anderson. And or Fabio on the weekends.
Only if he's walking the street.
Or on Tuesday night. No. It looks like there's some conjecture. No, not conjecture.
Hey, you can't start pulling back to your side before he says stop.
Paul Stanton lining up the turkey bacon melt and off the constable's head. Once again, I would like to remind you that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I have a co-host who says nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And it looks like the Chumbawambas are just going to take this out from the Legion of Legends. Could there be hope for this very team?
I remember talk of banning all of the headbands. Has anything proceeded in that fashion?
There was talk about it, but they did not ban them due to team spirit. It gave them a morale boost, I believe, is the very words. Although I could be wrong. I don't really follow.
Commentator that does not follow.
Looks like Paul's holding on to that duck right there as Torque is trying to wrench it out. Ooh, and a Santa for the Legion of Legends. That has been the very clutch of the Legion's wallops tonight. Seems to be the Chumbawamba's only kryptonite. You make it Christmas.
What's the score, sir?
And for those of you watching at home, I will be live tweeting this later tonight. Hashtag Flappery, hashtag live tweet, hashtag why. Just follow me at Tyler_Leha. I repeat, Tyler_Leha.
And I believe that would be the symbol underscore, not the...
Correct. The symbol underscore Leha spelled Leija.
Or you can spell it out as Leha.
LMNOP. I've heard it both ways. And I apologize to those down there. Looks like we have 45 seconds left on the clock right now. And we have some disagreement here on the field, or the alley, as it is called in the vocabulary or tongues of Flappery. Wow, got some rough playing after that disagreement on the alley. Looks like our score is 7-1 Chumbawambas. And we are in hysteria.
It looks like our fellow commentator Nathan Johnson does not look like he knows what he's doing, especially when passing the ball.
Again, we have disclaimed this. We have no idea what we are doing. And Nathan looks just as bad from the back of his head as he does from the front of his head.
Agreed.
That is terrible. We will be editing that out later. And Paul Stanton, oh, with the disallowage by Torque. This is a ratcheting experience. Riveting. Sorry, riveting sounds better. And a disallowed ham sandwich by James Manderson. I've heard it both ways.
I will kill you!
And it looks like we have some unifying of the thuggery going on. I apologize for delay in commentations as I am running out of things to talk about.
I believe that would be a common problem for most of us here.
Exactly. I could just quote movie references this whole time, and no one would know. It looks like the score is 8-2 in favor of the Chumbawambas. As the final score, Chumbawambas take the game 2 composures to 0. that is the end of it all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the next match.
Johnson out.
And we are back, ready for another matchup on day 4 of the International Flappery League, here with a matchup between Flap Attack, who is 5-0, and the Legion of Legends, who, after their previous loss against the Chumbawambas, are now 1-4. Paul, what are you expecting in this matchup?
Ricky's been playing really well. The Legends have been playing really well, but I don't think they have it in them to break Flap Attack's streak.
And that is a wallop. Or is it not? We have controversy.
It looked to me like a wallop. I was looking at the line there.
It's definitely close. And you might want to note that Nick Woodmansey, in their previous match for the Legion of Legends, was starting at the chimney position, but now Ricky Manning is manning that spot.
I think that's because we've seen some really innovative disallowages from Ricky, and they probably thought that'd be best against someone like Sam.
That's very true. Ricky has been one of the kings of disallowages this season. Sam Friedman once again fires a little bit too long, and now they're at it again.
Yeah, come on!
Good disallowage from Ricky Manning.
Almost got our camera there.
Melissa Manning is currently on the bench for Flap Attack, and she will most likely be subbing in after this composure. Ricky Manning a little bit too far.
I'm frankly surprised. Usually by this point, Sam has a good 4 or 5 wallops in.
That's true. Today there have been a very big shortage of wallops, especially with James Anderson going against Mason Landis. Mason Landis really got some disallowages, preventing all of those. One more. All right. As I was saying, preventing all of those wallops.
Okay, come on, don't let him get in the groove.
Sam Friedman has an issue today with overshooting slightly.
Yeah. It's 4. Go.
Our camera was moved slightly because it hit the table on which our camera sits. 1-0 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the opening composure. Nick Woodmansey fires too far. And just 2 weeks ago now, there was a new rule where the distance of the scoring zone was reduced from 100 inches to 90 inches. And since then, we have seen a decrease in the commonness of the turkey bacon melt. Quite a bit of debate going on in this match.
I sometimes wonder, we've seen a very new type of flapper emerge. I wonder if the original apostles of their game would even recognize what today we call flapper.
No! Don't hit your head. Your elbows are reaching a lot more.
Nick Woodmansey hits it away, and Sam Friedman is stifled once again.
1-0. 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Stop.
1-0 still, 3 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. Another low-scoring matchup. Dominic and Johnny going at it, and now it is out.
Okay, 2 hands for you. Yeah. Stop.
And that one hit the ceiling, which is a dead ball, as has recently been ruled.
Okay, yeah. Was that ham sandwich screwed up? But it was dead, so it wasn't.
It didn't hit my face.
Ricky and Sam going at it once again. Sam pulls it back, and it's out.
What's the score?
1-0.
Still 1-0. An extremely low-scoring game, specifically for when Flap Attack has been playing, and they average, I believe, the highest amount of wallops in the game right now. And Sam Friedman puts that one in the scoring zone.
That's a wallet for Flap Attack. 3-0 Flap Attack now. The Legion of Legends has yet to score. Sam Friedman gets it with that one. Dominic Torquato attempted to disallow it with his head, which he did hit it with his head, but it was still in the scoring zone for a wallet. And there's a dud from Nick Woodmansey.
Don't pull back. Wait for him to make first move.
Minute 20 seconds remaining. Nick Woodmansey with a ham sandwich. Going back and forth now. And Sam Friedman with another famous turkey bacon melt.
Took a little while to get on his game, but he is proving again that excellent defense does not make up for a poor offense.
He seems to be adapting once again to his game, and there it is once again. Sam Friedman, another turkey bacon melt. 6-0 as we near the end of the first composure with 50 seconds remaining. Sam Friedman, that's a wallet. And now it is 7-0. Will the Legion of Legends score in our opening composure? That is the question right now. Daniel Hill with a nice disallowage.
Are you getting excited to play, Jonah?
And here we go once again. Ricky Manning and Sam Friedman, Nick Woodmansey getting involved. That one falls on the and the Legion of Legends has scored.
Ho, ho, ho.
And Johnny Woodbury puts it in the opposing scoring zone. Another wall for Flap Attack. 14 seconds remaining. Back-to-back ham sandwiches for the disallowage against Sam Friedman. Just a few seconds away from the end of our first composure. Johnny Woodbury with another wall. This time it's a betwiction. 3 seconds remaining. As our score has been reported as 9-1-ish. Dominic Torquato with another ham sandwich. This time it's a disallowance. And that is the end of our opening composure. Flap Attack takes this one by a final score of 10-1. We have been reported the score was 10-1. And we will be back with composure number 2 right after this. And we're back for composure number 2 between Flap Attack and the Legion of Legends. Paul, what do you think the Legion of Legends is going to have to change in order to have more success in composure number 2?
I think they're going to need to get really skilled at TBMs.
That seems to be the trick at Flappery these days. Though it must be noted that Sam Friedman is now out, and Melissa Manning has taken his spot, and Daniel Hill is now manning the chimney position. So this matchup has potential to be a little bit closer.
All right, 5 minutes, 35 seconds. 0-0. What's the score? 0-0. That's what I said.
We're ready to go. Ricky Manning staring fiercely into the eyes of Daniel Hill. And Nick Woodmansey puts it in the opposing scoring zone, and the Legion of Legends has their first lead of the match.
Come on! Get up! Control the word.
Nice disallowage by Johnny Woodbury as Nick Woodmansey attempts a wallop. And it's Daniel Hill against Ricky Manning once again. Ricky Manning with a good disallowage that I believe also turned into a wallop.
Come on, man, what a battle. This is what you play for.
And Daniel Hill with a dud. Daniel Hill comes close to a turkey bacon melt, but is disallowed by Mr. Ricky Manning, now playing chimney for the Legion of Legends. 4:40 is our time remaining, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Legion of Legends, who are looking to steal the composure. Ricky Manning with a ham sandwich and another disallowage. And after a bit of a rough matchup earlier in the day against the Chumbawambas, Ricky Manning is really shining through here.
Like the Navy SEALs, no way, no game! I'm playing for great controllers. Come on, guys!
Ricky Manning against Daniel Hill once again at the flap drops. And Melissa Manning is attempting against her sibling, and she scores. Paul, what do you think of the sibling rivalry we have here between the Mannings? I'm not quite sure how one comments on that. 2-1 score?
I would be interested to see them facing off against each other. We have seen Ricky occasionally play Chum, so.
It's true. Of course, these two teams met, or should I say mobs, met last week as Flap Attack took that match. And Nick Woodmansey hits that one away. And it turns into a wallop, so the Legion of Legends scores once again. Daniel Hill puts it in his opposing scoring zone for a wallop for Flap Attack. And it is now 3-2, still in favor of the Legion of Legends.
I hate it when they tell you the score and you
And Daniel Hill scores upon himself. And a disturbing break has now been called by Flap Attack, who trails in this game 3-2. Oh, 4-2. We have had some incorrect score reportings, but they are now correct.
2:39.
Oh, okay. 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. And we have seen a lot more, what am I trying to say here? Discernment breaks. That's the word I'm looking for. And Paul, what do you think about the evolution of the discernment break in this game?
Well, I think the evolution of the discernment break, as we've seen the evolution of the high-scoring game into the low-scoring game, represents the Flappery crossing what is commonly called a singularity. Once any sport or genre crosses its singularity, it is unrecognizable from what it first was, and will often represent a change throughout the history of the game and the league.
Well said, Paul. And we are about ready to start playing once again between Flap Attack and the Legion of Legends in composure number 2, 2:39 remaining, and a 4-2 score. And the Legion of Legends scores once again. Will they take composure number 2? That's our question. It is now 5-2 in favor of the Legends. Melissa Manning is yelling mine as she attempts her wallop, which is disallowed by Nick Woodmansey. And that is another wallop. And without Sam Friedman, the Flap Attack right now is looking a little bit short. Now trailing 6-2.
Both figuratively and literally.
This is true. And Daniel Hill has incurred now multiple wallops upon himself. 7-2-ish, we are told. With 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining.
Ish.
Yes, there seems to be the word ish, or should I say the suffix ish, attached to just about everything we hear right now from our score reporter. But no shame, of course, to James Anderson.
110-ish.
Ricky Manning scores it once again, and the Legion of Legends appear to be running away with composure number 2. 8-2 is our score with 1 minute remaining. Melissa Manning attempting another wallop, and this time it is successful. And Flap Attack is attempting to make a comeback here as they trail now 8-3 with under 1 minute remaining in composure number 2.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Come on, man.
There's controversy over whether or not this is a wallop, folks. 29 seconds remaining. Flap Attack still trailing big. Ricky Manning attempts 2 wallops, and the second one is successful with a ham sandwich, I might add. Ricky Manning and Daniel Hill going at it once again. That's a dud. Ricky Manning really appears to have Daniel Hill's number so far at the chimney position. Daniel Hill, too far on his turkey bacon melt. We're starting to see that more and more. As I mentioned before, the rule change, where the scoring zone is now a length of 90 inches instead of 100. Nick Woodmansey attempting a wallop and nearly had it fall onto his thuggery, but it turns into a dud as he just does get it back onto the table. Legion of Legends looking to finalize their victory in composure number 2. Good. Ham sandwich from Ricky Manning wraps up composure number 2. We're going to have to play 3 composures, folks, as Flap Attack loses to the Legion of Legends. And we will be right back with composure number 3.
Hello, and welcome to Composure 3 of Flap Attack versus Legion of Legends. We're seeing Sam resuming his spot at Chimney, and most likely that is due to the fairly heavy loss in Composure 2. On an unrelated note, outside we're experiencing a haboob/monsoon. We are at 0-0 according to James Anderson, our constabule. Oh, and 5-5-5. 5-5-5 is the time, according to our constable, James Anderson. Also known as Ames Janderson. No score. We see Nick with the TBM.
1-0.
Followed by Sam with his classic TBM. Oh, we have Jesse rejoining our broadcast.
I'm back. There's a controversy over our next matchup, in which I'm short a thug. So we were sorting that out. And that's a wallop. Flap Attack looking good once again as Sam Friedman returns.
Time out. I gotta assign some name sandwiches here. Did you get 2 name sandwiches? I got 2. I don't know. You got concussion. Did you also get disallowed? No.
James Anderson making sure he has all the stats right, which you can actually check out at flappery.org/IFL, I believe it is. All right, and we're back in play. Sam Friedman and Ricky Manning are going at it. Sam Friedman with a turkey bacon melt, but is disallowed by Ricky Manning. Daniel Hill tries one, and that is indeed a wallop. Nick Woodman, he just couldn't reach far enough. And it is 3-1 in favor of Flap Attack as they try to put the Legion of Legends away in Composure number 3. Back and forth right now. They are severely pumped up right now. And Paul, one thing that we have noticed about the Legion of Legends is that what they lack in talent, they make up for in volume. So they tend to be very loud as they play the game of Flappery, which is definitely not dishonorable, but it definitely makes them a unique mob compared to all of our other ones.
Yeah, you will notice a different level of intensity when fighting the Legions.
Very intense.
Especially Nick, I sometimes think.
Sam Friedman, another wallop.
Nick must have swallowed a microphone at some point in his life.
That is what it seems like. He's very, very vocal when taking part in the game of Flappery. We have 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining as Sam Friedman attempts another turkey bacon melt. And there's controversy over whether it was in or out, but I believe it has been called in. And Flap Attack is growing their lead. Sam Friedman once again, and that one is also a wallop.
And to our single viewer out there, whoever you are, thank you so much for watching IFL.
We appreciate your persistence. Ricky Manning going at it with Sam Friedman. And now Daniel Hill taking control. And a nice disallowage from Ricky Manning. And James Anderson seems to be overwhelmed right now with the stat sheet. And so maybe it's back to arithmetic we go.
Get the shading right.
With James Anderson. All right, and we are now back in play with Ricky Manning and Sam Friedman at the flap cross.
7-1. 35 seconds.
Come on, guys, come on! He's just a man, come on! Let's stop, let's go! Hey, he broke over the next position.
We have some controversy. Ricky Manning with a disallowed, but Sam Friedman has broken orthodox position and will now take his seat on the sidelines, which is typically not a seat, but in fact a standing position.
I prefer to call it the box of heretical shame, but...
Oh, okay. I like that. And now Johnny Woodbury and Daniel Hill will be forced to collaboratively manage the chimney position. Our score is 6-2. And it's now 7-2, as there's a lot of controversy over the score right now, with James Anderson having some issues. Lots of statistical controversy right now, but we are now ready as Nick Woodmansey, being very vocal as we mentioned earlier. And Ricky Manning has reportedly broken orthodoxy, and he will now take his place.
We are now in the middle of a double period of justice.
This has not happened very often, ladies and gentlemen. We now have 2-on-2 Flappery, which is not commonplace. And that one was out. Sam Friedman now returning.
Okay. Just cross. Oh my gosh. Stop.
Nick Woodmansey looked like he came close to breaking orthodoxy there, but it turns out to be a dud. Sam Friedman now returning to the lineup for Flap Attack. we have an extreme close-up shot from Tyler Leha right now, who is our apparent photographer for the night.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm touching a button and it seems to flash.
9-2 is our score. Flap Attack is appearing to put away the Legion of Legends. And that one is out. Nick Woodmansey is really pumped despite being down 7 wallops right now. But there's no shame in intensity. Ricky Manning and Sam Friedman at the flap cross once again. This time goes going back and forth, and yet another dud. Dominic Torquato hits it away. Lots of catching up to do for the Legion of Legends if they hope to take this matchup and avoid becoming 1-5. We have controversy right now. Sam Friedman might have incurred a wallop on himself. There's a lot of controversy right now between Andrew Eden, the constable, James Anderson, the statistician, Ricky Manning, the chimney of the Legion of Legends, and Sam Friedman, the chimney for Flap Attack.
It's going to be an interesting game. This is probably...
Come on, guys, go!
I do too. Ricky Manning with a wallop. And it's now 9-3 as Legion of Legends is attempting to make a comeback.
I think you're dialing some.
But, yeah, good call. I've done that before. Flap Attack attempting to hold on to their lead. Daniel Hill attempts a wallop, but it is disallowed. The Legion of Legends is excelling on defense right now, but they're going to need some offense in order to overcome this deficit. And that is a wallop.
At some point, I think we may have to impose the penalty of unnecessary fallage. We have been seeing far too much of that lately.
It's true. 4.5 seconds remaining. And this one looks like it's in the old deep freeze for Flap Attack. And we have 2 seconds remaining now. The Legion of Legends is trailing dreadfully big right now. And that is time. This matchup is over. Flap Attack takes it by a score of 2-1 in Composers. And we will be back as our night continues on day 4 of the International Flappery League right after this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Woodmansey.
And my name is Ricky.
And we are here to bring you the 4th game of Flappery International.
In the 4th week as well.
In the 4th week, that is very right. 4th game, 4th week. This is very interesting.
Yeah.
So, who we got lined up here? We got the franchise on one side, Nathan Johnson on one side. On that would be the right side for those of you watching at home. He's the right thug. We got Andrew as the chimney. Very good indeed. And we have Tyler as the left thug.
We also have Team Chef, who we have Jesse on the right side, Andrew as the chimney, and Jonah as left chef.
That is correct. Constable is Sam Dog. And we got Mason Landis, or Bandana Man, I guess you can call him,
as Ballyhoo.
And we have the official game started. Oh, and that one was out. A good effort, a good gameplay by Andrew Eaton. He's tasting that blood. He wants to get first blood. Who will get first blood? That's what I want to know. And the franchise get first blood with AB Twix.
Both franchise and Chef have been struggling in the IFL. The Chef hasn't won a single game yet, and they're hoping to have their first win here.
This is going to be very hard against the franchise. They're a very tight-knit group of people who have a lot of aggression, and that can get it on when they need to.
Very true.
So what do you think, Ricky? Who do you have planned for the win?
I'm hoping that Chef will win, but then again, you also have to look at the skill levels of each player. Jonah has never played before, yet he seems to have very good skills.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Nathan Johnson says hi to Miss Kelly Johnson. So Miss Kelly Johnson, if you're watching, which I highly doubt, he says hello. And for me, you know, I got to say, I think based off of the tight-knitness of the franchise, I think that's going to give them the leading edge on this one. The other team, Team Chef, you know, they're still getting warmed up to each other.
Yeah, but they have both apostles. They have 2 apostles, Jesse Friedman and Andrew.
Yep, which is very good.
They have the edge of creating the game there.
Yep.
So.
See, what was I? Because I was there for the creation of it, but like not the writing of the documents.
You'd be a disciple.
I'd be a disciple. There you go. I'm a disciple. I like that. Let's see. Oh, apparently I made a mistake.
Oh, we just got a wallop, I think, by Team Chef.
Woo! Yeah, it's looking good for them so far.
So I think it's 1-1.
Tie it all up. Oh, come on. What is he going to do with it?
Jesse takes it. And it was disallowed by Nathan Johnson.
That was good. Jonah's seems to be doing really well job compared to the fact that he's never played before.
Yeah. Seems a very natural player.
Very natural indeed. Oh, and a wallet for Andrew.
2 for Chef, 1 for the franchise.
You know, I think this might be giving them the edge they need to pull out a win right here.
Yeah, it might be.
And we made a mistake. We have Mason Landetide as the constable, and we have Johnny Woodbury as the hullabaloo. And another one for Andrew Eaton. They are on a roll.
We have Sam Friedman as
Statistics.
Tyler Lehall shoots, and he overjudges.
Go home! Someone in the audience was yelling, "Go home" to Miss Tyler Lehall, and I couldn't agree more.
It's definitely a possible discussion. It does keep where it goes. Yeah, I know, but it's so amazing. I don't talk. I like it. James.
And it was a wallop by the Chefs.
That was out.
It was out. Oh,
3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah.
4-1. 3-1 is the official score. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in gameplay.
Well, probably it's more like 3:25.
Probably.
Last.
Almost a disallowed, but it ended up being a wallop
by Jesse Friedman.
And Mason Landis is splitting his sides.
We have to fix the alleyway and the thuggery for Team Chef. I have to ask you, Nick. Do you think we'll actually see a justice period in this game?
You know, I don't know. I think both.
And if so, who do you think would commit it?
I think if. You know, I think if anybody, it would be Jonah because he's newer. You know, he's still working on getting the rules down. You know, back when I first started playing, it didn't happen actually until my third game that I actually committed a foul. So I don't know. Making sure they're alive, ladies and gentlemen. And was that a wallop? I do not know. We could not tell. Poor angle quality. And that one was out. Betwixt Sam.
Oh, nice save by Taylor Leha. Pull back by Jonah.
And a wallet by Jonah. Very impressive. Team Chef is on a roll. It seems like they're gelling pretty well.
Yeah. And he pulls back. And it was disallowed by Andrew Johnson.
See, I think what the key of this game is to get it back and roll it to where it starts coming off the edge, and as it's coming off, flip it up.
Do a turkey bacon melt, you mean?
Turkey bacon melt, yeah. That's what I was trying to think. I couldn't think of the term. It's kind of
Flappery has changed, though. It used to be power Flappery, where you just try to betwixt it, and there are a ton of betwictions back there. But now it's possession Flappery. We're actually trying to take possession of the duck. As you common folk would say, volleyball. And now,
but it's not a volleyball.
Bacon.
It's not a volleyball.
It's way not. It's definitely not.
If you call it a volleyball, you will be shanked by me.
And by all of Flappery.
Yeah.
Don't take it personally.
Landis got his fingers broken.
Andrew takes it. He pops it, and it was a wallop. Andrew is on a roll, don't you think?
Eaton is on a roll. I agree. Remember, we do have two Andrews playing today.
Oh, true. I mean,
both are chimneys.
I do mean Andrew Eaton.
There you go. Team Chef is really. Andrew Eaton is really leading Team Chef into victory right here.
Yeah.
And is that all they have for players on both sides? 7-1 right now. So I think that's all they have for Team Franchise. Is that all they have? That's all they have for Team Chef as well.
These will be the 6 players for both.
Oh, and a distraction
by Jonah.
Actually, that was more of a distraction by the Franchise as Jonah was getting ready to shoot.
True.
I think.
But it was still disallowed by Jonah. It almost scored.
Oh, that was almost
by Andrew Eaton.
That was out. That was. I was listening.
21 seconds. Oh, nice disallowed. Now we're in hysteria.
We are in hysteria officially, ladies and gentlemen.
Means we have just hit the 22.2 second mark in the first composure.
I thought it was 26.
Game of the 4th week of IFL.
Whew. I thought it was 26 seconds.
Nope, that's just a period.
That's when I was talking. When I was doing the time, I did.
Take it.
Boo!
That was a good volley for both mobs.
You did a good job. Good aggression.
Very.
And it was a wallop. 9-1. Man, the Franchise started out with first blood, but it looks like
Chef's going to pull this one, at least this composure, at least.
At least. And it's going to be these same 3 people on both sides for the rest of the time.
Now, we might see a different change in Chimney, as
Just
Tyler has liked to try to be Chimney.
There you go. That would be very interesting.
Andrew might try Jesse as Chimney because they're both apostles, and so they have relatively the same amount of skill.
That's very good. Very true. Hopefully they do switch it up to give us a little more entertainment.
Yes, very.
One of the things that I think about Andrew is that he's a little bit stronger, or Andrew Johnson, excuse me. He's a little stronger than Andrew Eaton in this.
Tyler's on a rampage.
Rampage! All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first composure. All right, welcome back. It was a very short break. I had enough time to get up, walk 2 steps, and walk right back. So, again, for those of you just joining us, we only have one viewer, which I'm assuming is Tyler Leha, but if it's not, very awesome.
We do have a change in players, though. We have Nathan Johnson as Chimney for the franchise.
This will be very
Chef
interesting.
has stayed its same, so they must be having the same strategy.
They must feel lucky with Andrew Eaton as their Chimney, so let's see how this goes on.
Yep.
We still have the same stats, Constable and Hullabaloo, so we're good on that.
Ballyhoo, I think, is the correct term.
Ballyhoo. It sounds like ballet. And they sound like turkeys. That's very disturbing.
The franchise has just scored. Walloped by the Chefs, I think. Wouldn't you say?
I think so. And that was a wallop. They have officially decided that was a wallop.
Second composure is now 1-1. Both.
Look at this. Hey, splash down. Splash down. Splash down. Splash down. That's always a tough line. So, you're not going to play for position as well. Splash down. Cross. Stop.
Oh, Nathan Johnson is a little crazy.
And scores. It is now 2-1. The franchise. This might go into a third composure. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I think so. I think they're doing really. I think Nathan's probably their strongest Chimney here.
Oh, another score by Nathan Johnson. That makes it 3-1.
You know, I think I'm gonna say this one goes to the franchise. Look at this.
Oh,
look at this.
Wow.
He is on a roll.
3 composure. 3 wallops in a row.
That's crazy.
Oh,
and 4. Wow.
That's 5-1.
I think I know who's winning this.
Andrew Eaton has to step up his
Why
game.
Why is he calling a discernment break?
Going to win this game, don't you think? Mason, the constable, is losing his mind. What do you think?
Anything new?
He's laughing like crazy. What's so funny? What do you think?
4-1.
And it's 4:41.
4:41 left
I think
in
the
the
Joker
game.
came in and gave Mason some laughing gas.
I think so. I would like some of that. Oh my gosh.
5-1.
You know, I think they found their
franchise
role.
keeps this up, they're gonna win this composure
See,
and third composure.
I think this is where they gel very well.
Oh, Andrew Eaton with a
good
comeback.
job. Good job. It's called Survivor.
As always, thank you for watching the IFL. We are on the 4th week and 4th day, and we're on the second composure.
And the 4th game.
I already said that.
You said 4th day.
Did I say 4th day?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is the 4th day and the 4th game.
Yep. Oh!
Andrew fighting fiercely. Andrew fighting fiercely for that.
The intimidation factor. Oh! How did you like the intimidation factor from Nathan there?
That was pretty intense, though he did break the thuggery, and he almost, I think he should get a warning for almost leaving the thuggery, don't you think?
I think so.
I mean, the camera angle's a little off.
You can't really tell with these chairs because they're very cushiony, so you could come up an inch or two and it would still be, your bottom would still be in orthodox position.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, come on. Oh,
nice
and that
disallowed
was
by Andrew and Jonah.
Disallowed central. Man, I'm hungry.
Same.
Then again, what's new?
Very true. Almost by Nathan Johnson.
And that one was out, but not bad.
Woo!
Andrew popped it up, and Nathan Johnson hit it back, making his 6th wallop of the night.
Woo! Man, at least his composure. I don't even think he scored one. 7. Wow. That was betwixt.
It's
8 to 2.
8 to 2.
Wow.
Excuse me. So that makes Nathan Johnson 8 wallops.
I think Nathan's the only one that scored in this game.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, nice ham sandwich by Jesse Friedman.
That wasn't even intentional.
Who is the younger sibling of Sam Friedman?
That devil, devil. I call him the devil because he is a devil. At least he acts like it when he plays. Because he cheats. Not really.
He doesn't cheat. He's
Not really. I was
just
just kidding. He was that good, and I don't like him. But enough of that.
Betwiction and line for Andrew Eaton. Good disallowed by Andrew Eaton and Andrew Johnson, too. Oh, nice wallop by Andrew Eaton, I'd say. Oh, another wallop. So what does this make? I think it makes 9-5?
9-5. Sam.
Oh, good disallowage.
So are you saying it's 8-6? Is it
6 to 8.
8 to 6, not 9 to 5.
8 to 6. Wow.
Pop it up. Oh, disallowage by Nathan Johnson.
You know, if you can't go for the wall, go for the disallowage, man. That's what I tell you.
Good strategy.
I'd rather go for a disallowage and let them score on you.
Oh, nice wallop. Wallop by Andrew Eaton.
And a betwixt.
So
I
that
think
would
it's
mean it's 8-7.
8-7. Oh my gosh,
This is
come back. 42 seconds
42
left
seconds
in the
left.
game. In this
We're almost
composure.
at hysteria. Nice disallowage by Jesse Friedman.
He was
This
waiting
could
for
be
that.
Very close.
This could go into a
If the Chefs
tiebreaker.
pull out, it's game over for the franchise. Nathan Johnson almost committed procrastination.
We are in hysteria, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't even close to 10.
Nathan Johnson takes it back, and he almost scores, but Andrew Eaton disallows him. Oh! Jesse Friedman takes off Andrew Johnson's hat and scores a wallet.
And now it is tied. 8 to 8. It was 8-2. Now it's 8 to 8. What?
Chef has really pulled out.
Oh, it's
franchise
9 to 8.
Desperately taken the lead again.
8 seconds left in the game.
Andrew Eaton takes it.
Oh! It is 9-9. I think this is the craziest game today ever.
Chef pulls out another wallet.
And the ball goes
they
men's
could
basket.
win this game.
And the duck walks to the men's
And
basket.
get their first win
Let's get you.
out of the whole IFL.
Wow. It is 9-9. Official confirmation by James Anderson.
Who is the head apostle out of all?
He's not God, but he's like the the highest apostle. He's like Peter or Paul, and they're like, John and James, and I'm like Timothy. Yeah.
Timothy was pretty cool.
Timothy is a cool guy. Very godly young man. I hope I could live up to half his standards. That'd be awesome.
Right?
That'd be so cool. All right.
Alrighty.
This is the determining factor.
9-9 with 6 seconds in the game.
The franchise need to get this, or otherwise they are wiped out. And Team Chef has their first win of the season.
If the franchise gets another wallop and keeps it that way, it's going to go into third composure.
But if not, the Chef may get their first win of the season.
Too, it's going to be a third composure.
There will be. Yep.
So the Chef has to get one more wallop at least to take this.
Franchise needs to hold where they're at or get a wallop in order to win and go into third composure.
Time. Oh, disallowed by Jesse Friedman.
That was a tied composure, ladies and gentlemen. We have just made history. This seems to be a night for making history. We had a deli sandwich earlier. Just a deli, my bad.
The Legion of Legends.
By the awesome, most notoriously crazy beast mode League of Legends.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be right back.
We may just hop right back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with a historic game between Chef and the franchise.
You know, this
what are your
night,
thoughts for this composure?
This night is making history. This next composure is going to decide whether the Chefs will make history and become the non-losing team and finally take over a win. As Tyler Layhawk gets pegged in the face by Tatum Landis. Woo, she's on fire. Anyway, so
Nathan
I don't
Johnson
know.
takes Chimney again.
I think that's a wise idea.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts for this match?
You know, last composure showed that Nathan Johnson pulled ahead right away. But then Andrew Eaton came back. So this is going to be a very tight game. But I'm still hoping that Chef wins. Not for any bias, but they still haven't won their first game, so I'm feeling a little passion for them. While the franchise has won one game. I'm pretty sure about that.
There we go. And we still have a whole other match after this, so.
Oh, score
and
by Nathan
first
Johnson.
blood by the franchise. Come on, the Chef's got to
Like
score.
I said, this is going to be a crazy game. Right
This is going to be intense. And Megan Eaton walks by. Oh,
so close by Andrew Eaton.
Andrew Eaton tried to corral his groups to get them into good spirits. Let's see if he can do it.
Fight. Nathan Johnson takes it. 2-1, the franchise, with this third composure. Walloped by Tyler Layhawk for the franchise. That makes it 3-1. 0, excuse me. Oh! Andrew Johnson with a power play. The morale of the franchise has skyrocketed. I'd almost say it's broken the scale.
I think so. Team Chef has got to get something going here, otherwise this shit is going to be all downhill.
Nice disallowed by Jesse Friedman and Jonah. Andrew takes it. And it was disallowed by Nathan Johnson.
You know, I think the morale on Team Chef is starting to go down. They need to score here real quick. Otherwise, it may be all over the shouting.
The one thing that might help them, though, is that the morale of the franchise is skyrocketing so much that they might just cause a disappearance on themselves.
There you go. Oh, a
nice
ham sandwich by Jonah.
And a wallet by Andrew Eaton.
There you go. I think this might be able to help them. 4 minutes left in play.
So that's 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. 5-0, I guess. Sam, we thought we saw Walt, but obviously the constables said no. John takes it. Oh, and he almost scores. Nice disallowage. This is crazy, Nick. What do you think?
You know, I'm just 3.5 minutes left to play, and I think that the franchise. It's chicken scratch. That's what I was told. So that's the score. It's chicken scratch. So we'll keep you updated with that.
6-0.
6-0.
6-0. This is crazy. Disallowed by Andrew.
You know, I think the franchise is on a roll here. You know,
I think honestly, now that I'm seeing this, I think the franchise is going to pull out.
You know, I'm really hoping Team Chef can, pull something, but franchise is just gelled right now. They're in a groove. Once you get in that freight train momentum, it's kind of hard to stop.
Yeah. Andrew Eaton had it at the very end of the second composure, but he hasn't found it yet.
He needs to refine it again,
Yeah. Which seems to happen.
Oh, there's a breakage of orthodoxy on Andrew Johnson's part.
This might just help the Team Chef.
No!
Looks like it didn't. But it is now 8-1 because of the justice period.
It is 8-1.
Pull back by Jonah. Nice score on himself.
You know, that seems to be their biggest problem. 2:14 left in the play, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that just joining us.
Scoring game of the night.
That is amazing. Andrew Eaton, too. What is it with Team Chef? It is 9-1 right now. 2 minutes left to go. For those of you just joining us, we are in the fourth game of the fourth day week.
Fourth week.
I got lost. Anyway.
Duck on the run.
Duck running loose.
Yep. Where our hunters go to hunt it down with their shotguns.
Good disallowage there by CLA. It might have been a betwixt, though.
I think from our viewpoint, it looked like a betwixt.
It looked like a betwixt, ladies and gentlemen. We do not know.
Pull back by Andrew Eaton.
And they got a wallop. But is it enough to corral them back into the tying zone? They did last time, so it just might be what they need.
We still have 2 minutes in the game.
We still have 2 minutes left in the game. This may be what they need. He's back in his role.
Chef is coming back.
I think they tasted that victory.
They can pull it out. We will see if they can pull it out.
9-4 right now.
This is crazy, folks. You are seeing history being made.
Potentially.
1 minute.
All right, 10 to.
10 to 4 or 3? I think it's 4.
3, 4.
That's one of the two.
Some low number.
Andrew takes it. He pulls back and scores. It is now 10-5. They just have to score 6 more wallops.
Damn,
they can pull it out.
10-5? 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. Good disallowage by Jesse and Andrew.
Eaton or Johnson?
We're in hysteria.
Oh,
wallop. Was that by Jonah? 10-5, ladies and gentlemen. Can they pull it out? We'll see. They did last time. And Nathan Johnson has the ball, and it was out. 15 seconds. If they can just hold it.
This is crazy. The franchise just might pull this out. 11 seconds in this last composure. Chef just might not be able to pull this out.
You know, I'm gonna say it's over.
Yeah.
But it ain't over till a fat lady sings. But
Another
8
wallop
seconds.
by the chef.
Who made it, Dylan?
Oh. Another wallop by the franchise.
Oof. 1 second left in gameplay. Sammy.
Time before another wallop could be scored. The franchise pull out a win.
Ladies and gentlemen, franchise is our winner. The team chef did do a great job.
Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. We will be back after this short break.
I'm Nick Woodmansey.
And I am Ricky Manning.
We'll see you in a little while. They're figuring something out. So, Ricky, do you care to explain why we are back here again in this booth and you're like sitting in my chair?
Excuse me. Anyway, we just found out that we're actually going to go into overcomposure, which is the first overcomposure in all IFL history.
We just made history, ladies and gentlemen. So what happened was, in the second composure, it ended up being a tie.
And then the franchise won the third composure, and Team Chef won the first composure. So we are going into overcomposure, which is 2.22 seconds long.
2.22. It's sudden death. Whoever gets the next wallop wins. What happens if nobody gets a wallop?
Then we've never gone this far.
It's 2.22 seconds, or is it
2.22
minutes?
22 seconds.
Minutes. It's minutes.
Minutes. Yep, minutes.
I thought you said seconds.
No.
My bad. I was like, how are you going to score in that? I'm just saying, there's some pretty crazy things. So we still have 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what we can do.
Eaton has the opportunity to pull a chef win.
I think that's his lucky side over there. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the side that they started on. That's the side they won on.
Oh, shh. Amen! It's a little trash. Sorry about that. Come on. Hastage.
Nathan Johnson got a justice period for over hasty stoppage. This could help Team Chef
Nathan, get out of the way.
immensely.
He's standing in the score zone.
Andrew pulls it back. He fires.
And I think that was out.
Ty takes it. He pulls back.
And he's going to miss.
Oh, he did a wallop for the franchise. It is 1-0 in this over composure, which has never happened before.
Mm. Good disallowage. Miscellaneous showing off as usual. No, nothing wrong with that.
I mean, he does have some mad skills.
He sure does.
Oh, so close.
And that
For
ball just
Andrew
came over us. James Anderson.
Yeah, Johnson. Oh! For the franchise, this is 3-0 for the
1 minute left. 1 minute left. Will Team Chef continue to make history? Oh, I don't know, man. This is
Team Chef has under a minute.
I am
to
on
make
the
4 walls.
I am on the edge of my seat right now. They have under a minute to make 4 wall-ups. Andrew Eaton can do this, but he needs help from his support from his teammates, and maybe like a broken arm for one of the other teammates. Oh, there you go. Oh no.
Another wall for the franchise. This is getting really scary for Team Chef.
I think the fat lady's getting ready to stand up at the table. No offense, fat lady, but you know what I'm saying. It ain't know what your fat lady sings, but I think she's almost ready to sing.
Andrew pulls it back. Andrew pulls it back. Oh, disallowed by Nathan Johnson.
Jonah did a good try. It was a good effort. But I think it comes down to the fact that the franchise has a stronger connection.
Oh, wallet for Andrew Eaton, at least from our viewpoint. Constable has not considered it as a wallop.
3-2. 3-2. 3-2.
Where'd this come from?
Where did this come from? We have been keeping score wrong. Team franchise.
If they tie this period, Chef will win by merit of overall.
Okay.
If Chef ties this game, Team Chef will win because of overall wallops.
Doesn't look like it's going to be tied or won. You got 5 seconds. I think the fat lady's singing.
Andrew Eaton has to score 2 wallops to tie this game in 5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 1 wallop per 2.5 seconds.
You're good at math. Wow. Who knew? I'm going to beat up for that later, aren't I? Cool.
It's 4-2. That wall has been reacted.
That wallop has been reacted, so it's 4-2. All right. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, it's taking a little while. Oh!
It is a wallop.
3-2.
No. 4-3.
4-3. My bad. I'm so sorry. 4-3.
Andrew has to score 1 more wallop, and they
win. Oh my gosh. The sermon break on both teams. By both teams.
At the same time.
Same exact time.
This is a high-stress environment, folks. This game right now is not for the faint of heart.
It is not. I am about on the edge of my seat right now, and that's where I sit the whole entire time.
Or if you have high blood cholesterol, your cholesterol goes skyrocketing with how much stress is going on here.
Tyler Leha's in rage right now. All right. Time. 2 seconds left, and they need to make 1
has
point.
Enough time to pull out another wallop.
This is history right here, ladies and gentlemen. Can they do this? Can they pull it off?
Oh! Franchise pull out because of the clock running out of time.
I think if he had another 1 second, he might have pulled that off.
I think so.
Wow.
Very close game.
Great game by both teams. Wow. That was amazing. That was amazing. So we saw history being made multiple times tonight with the deli and with
The
the
overcomposure with the franchise
overcomposure.
and team chef.
Everybody is on edge and their nerves are skyrocketing. So
Again, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back after this short break.
me and Ricky will be leaving. So it was a pleasure hosting this tonight. You guys, there's one more game. Oh, well, we know, but me and Mr. Ricky are leaving. So there's one more game, so stay tuned. And that's sunburn! Sunburn! Tyler, whoa. Wait, Tyler, tell us, come on, team franchise. Talk. Tell us what you guys are thinking.
One at a time. So we'll do Nathan Johnson first.
I think our having Drew as Chimney was really solid when we were playing against big people, but we just needed to switch things up. People just got used to how we were playing, and that's all it was. I mean, but during this match, we switched things up, and we all played really good. I mean, we had a strong left drum, strong right drum, and we just took it to play. I mean, it was pretty
Andrew,
good.
what do you think about that? What was going through your mind during that last overcomposure?
Was I disappointed that I couldn't be Chimney? Yes. However, I respected the authority of my team. I took my crutch and I just leaned on it and just stayed in my position. I felt like it worked for us.
Kyle Alejo, your thoughts?
That was fantastic. My mob did we went out there, we took a little bit of hard loss at the beginning, and we swept the leg.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a great evening.
Just try harder.
Yeah.
Ken, do you want to try to like do something? Do something. No, I mean like I'm saying like you get. Okay, you ready?
So how long is the full deli like? All right, we are live, folks, with Chef and Jaybirds, right? Yeah.
Chef and Jaybirds. Chef is still defeated, and Jaybirds are almost undefeated with the second best record in the league.
But Chef did just come from a very close game, so they are on a
Close
adrenaline high.
in over composure. This may be Chef's best chance at victory.
This could be their snowballing game.
Oh boy.
But
The
perhaps
snowballing
not.
game? What's the score?
I don't even know.
I wasn't even paying attention.
That's not our job. We're not supposed to give people information about the game. We're just supposed to talk while the game goes on.
4-0.
It's 4-0 Jaybirds.
Jaybirds. That is a lot of points in a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And another point. This is
5-0.
And Jesse Friedman is just cracking up at the hilarity of not scoring apparently.
As we mentioned earlier, the Jaybirds are really the strongest team in the league, without any particular superstars, but still a really, really strong team.
even if they do have a worse record.
That's true. I mean, not quite as good as Flap Attack. Not that any of us are biased.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if we were biased, we wouldn't have to say anything.
Yeah. And it's hard to appear unbiased when the record is so biased in our favor.
It's true. It's true, like, our record is biased for us.
There's now some dispute about holding going on. And a call for time. Will they argue?
I think there can, yeah. It appears
James is now throwing Mason out for breaking orthodox position.
I think it was overly... Mason, was that overly hasty stoppage that you did?
What?
Overly hasty stoppage.
Okay, we need to talk about this whole, like, if I'm on top and they pound my arm.
Okay.
Oh. Like, they keep knocking my arm.
Yeah, okay. Get out.
Stop! Sorry, I know it's
Chef is still not making any grounds despite the lack of Landis for the Jaybirds.
The lack of Landis.
As we said before, the Jaybirds are just a very powerful team.
There's really no stopping them
They don't
unless
even need a
the Flap Attack.
Right, exactly. It's really well said.
That's actually their only loss.
It's very true.
They're also very patriotic on the eve of 4th of July.
And you can see how more than almost any other team, they really make an effort to pass early. It's not built around a chimney scoring, it's built around passing and good defense. But also scoring a lot.
You're right, when I sit in these chairs, I do feel really short.
Yeah, it's really annoying. We're like really tall and then we feel really short.
Or this thing's just like too tall.
You can't even sit up straight in these because they have like a sag in the middle.
I feel like for the thuggery, we should just make it a bench, so you don't have the back of the chair getting in the way.
Oh, weird.
Like if you want to lean back, and it's just one uniform bench, so you can't really dive without leaving. I don't know.
I like that.
I don't know where we would get a bench, but
We could make benches.
we should make a cardboard.
They're one of the simplest things to make.
Oh, that's true. Oh, Mason being very
Wallop again for Jaybirds.
Jaybirds.
The Jaybirds are surprisingly without Jaybird, which begs the question: should they change their name for one day?
Probably not.
No. Even if their mascot is not here.
Maybe they should be the Eagles or something today, just to add to the patriotism.
Yeah, you know.
The Landis Savers. The Landis Savers.
The Land Eagles.
Does that have Anderson in it?
And
Yeah.
it has and.
There we go.
Andrew Saber David.
Land Eagle Sabers.
Wait, where are you getting the eagle?
Because it's patriotic.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, where's the eagle coming from? Oh, and he's getting ready for the turkey bacon out with a ham sandwich, but not. And Jonah is
strong
the star
defense.
today. This is Jonah's first debut game.
And
as
he's
opposed to
really
his second debut
overperforming.
game.
I remember my second debut. It was pretty enjoyable.
Your second debut? I don't think that's a thing, God.
I think right now I'm on like my third debut.
I think I'm on like 448.
Well, just talking about just the tournament debuts.
Yeah.
Oh. It appears he has incurred a thud. His hair was too fluffy, guys. He just needed to leave.
It's so fluffy, they're gonna die.
And that was Johnny for you guys.
No, that was not me. That was a sound clip from our soundboard.
Oh yeah, we have a very official.
Pretty sure that's
set
just
here. We're like
Johnny's
not even
normal
talking
voice.
about the game. We need to talk about the game, guys.
That's right. You're probably right.
No, we're not supposed to give them information about the game. They can see the game.
Yeah,
we just
for
need to
real,
talk
like-
while the game goes on.
I hope all you guys know how Flappery works because we're not informing you.
Well, hopefully, if you've been watching for the last 3 hours, you figured something out.
So
we have one viewer.
All one of you watching this should be fairly informed about how the game works.
Exactly. So you have
The
a
question remains, why are we even talking?
We're here to tell jokes and keep them
That's
happy.
true. We're
That's
like
right.
background music.
It's exactly.
We should do some like a cappella trio.
All right, you started.
We should do a round.
I don't know when
Row,
you get
row,
ready.
row your boat
I am
gently
not
down the
singing
stream.
around on this.
Well, that's a round though.
No, I know. Oh, it appears that Ben was playing blind. What is this madness? Oh, but
It's Jaybird Madness.
it's Jaybird madness.
Jaybird Madness. That's also from our soundboard.
HD.
That's also from our soundboard. It was just we found this clip that sounded exactly like Sam Friedman saying.
If it doesn't sound, oh my
Gas
goodness.
tickled thuggery breakage of the Confederacy.
Everything's falling apart.
That was practically a civil war. Right
Hysteria before the hysteria.
Thug and thuggery alike.
15-6 in the first composer.
there. 15-6. That is a high score.
5 minutes and 55 seconds.
That was exactly 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
Wow, what are the chances, folks?
I feel like that's just happened every composure
I
this
know.
entire day.
I mean,
It's really
seriously,
amazing how they're all exactly 5 minutes and
I know.
55 seconds.
It's almost like it was
Well,
planned that way.
There was the one exception in the overcomposure.
That's true. That was 2 minutes and 22
Overcomposures.
seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We like repeated
that's
numbers.
very different.
Overcomposure free.
Oh,
Looks like they got Ben at Chimney,
or right jump. or
Switching
chimney.
things up.
Oh my gosh.
aka Cletus.
It's something of an interesting strategy to put the shortest player as Chimney. I don't
the
know
new
that I've
meta.
seen other mobs do this. I'm interested to see how they perform.
It's for his lower center of gravity, so he can just
Oh, I
really
see.
grab the ball with his gravity.
One thing it does is it makes betwictions a lot harder.
That is true.
It's
Between, if you put the shortest person in the middle, it's harder to get betwixions,
Yeah.
especially like on the right
logical
side.
conclusion.
Oh, it looked like there was a breakage of orthodoxy by the Senior Eaton.
Last down. Cross. Last cross. Stop.
A lot of manly grunting.
Some unmanly grunting.
Yeah, that was Mason.
Good mix of the two.
Yeah. They were all from our soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Basically, every sound you hear that isn't our wonderful voices
Is from the soundboard. It's pretty impressive audio engineering. That's why we need 3 of us and why we can't talk about the game.
Yeah,
We're too busy.
We're just madly pressing buttons. Like, we're not even saying stuff right now.
They do that in the Olympics. They put in like fake sounds for things.
Really?
Like for like
the crowd cheering.
Like downhill skiing.
Oh.
For downhill skiing, they have like fake sounds for the skiing. Yeah, that's all made up. They don't have like mics on the skis or anything.
They should. We should put mics on people's elbows in this game. And little cameras so we can do like the elbow and slow mo.
Everyone just wears GoPros on their upper arms.
I like this idea. I know.
We should do that.
Tyler has volunteered to fund us.
Wow, he's gonna fund this? I'm all for it now. No, D, fund this. I'll make this fun.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
There was a confusion.
That's
a
cool,
significant
but
lack of
that's exciting.
yeah, lack of money there. And another wallet.
I have no idea what the score is.
I don't either.
It's a lot to a lot less.
For which team?
Bird people are winning.
The Bird People are winning. I like that name for the Jaybirds without the
Bird
J.
people. That's true.
The Bird People.
The Eagles.
The Bird People are proving to be as good as the Jaybirds.
Wait.
Wow, that's
People are
ironic.
the Jaybirds.
I know.
Oh.
But, you know.
Oh, it's like their new
That was
Yeah.
Looked like it was betwixt it.
Yeah.
That was a Betwiction, the rare
Most
Betwiction.
definitely a Betwiction.
So the strategy of eliminating Betwictions by putting a shorter chimney is apparently not working.
No. I think we need to introduce midgets into this game.
Or people without heads.
We can arrange this.
One player that is incapable of getting a ham sandwich.
Yes.
just
The headed horseman.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh,
Ben is passing
so
to
close.
himself.
For some reason, the Jaybirds or the Bird people seem to believe they need a third composure.
They appear to be trying to score on themselves.
Stop.
Good disallowage.
Well played.
Scoring time. Second time out.
The score is 7-3. Bird People.
Is this the
Discernment break has been called. They're saying things to each other.
That is generally what happens during a discernment
It's
break.
been known to happen.
Yeah.
We're trying to read their lips right now.
I'm assuming that they're breaking to discuss recent episodes of Game of Thrones that they just could not wait to talk about.
Ah, man. You gotta want it more, James.
Currently, James is running around madly.
Dancing.
He's trying to see himself on the screen.
Oh, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not delayed that much.
It was a valiant effort.
He tried.
It was also a very
Foolish
and
foolish
futile
effort.
Futile.
All right,
Is it futile?
Futile.
Feudal is in like kings
Yeah.
and serfs.
Hey, give us one.
Feudalism. And a wallop.
Sorry, man.
Futile is in like the board.
Some serious disrespect is being dropped right here.
I'm very curious. I feel like, as members of the Flap Attack, it's only fair that we should blow out the Jaybirds in such a way that they do want to lose quickly.
What's the score?
I have to say, I'm not really looking forward to our next match against the Jaybirds.
I am not
It's
either.
very menacing.
Yeah.
Did we play?
We did, and we beat them.
But they were without Mason.
No. Have we played against Jesse's team?
Oh,
We played
yeah.
against-
Chef?
Yeah.
We not today.
Okay.
Not today, but we did.
Oh yeah. That was back when they had Josiah, but he has been replaced with a more fluffy-haired man, which is saying something.
Yes.
The real challenge is to
Yeah, but you have to like earn the.
Much more fluffy, much better kept. Josiah, don't ever watch this. There is now a argument between the constabulary, ballyhoo, stack keeper,
And the duck.
mobs, and the duck, the table, alley,
Chairs, carpet.
thuggery. Everyone is arguing. Oh, it's back to play.
I appear
Oh.
to be addressing the fact that the landed David Bird people are trying to score on themselves.
Landed Saver Bird Daver people.
It's a
Yes.
very technical name.
They're giving some points to the other mob, wallops to the other team.
8-7. Cross.
I believe the score is 3-8. No.
I'm pretty sure the score is 1-0.
Oh, okay.
All
Effectively.
Of those, yes, all of those wallops that you thought you saw were just due to our soundboard.
Yes. It's also a video board,
Yes.
and this is cut from earlier games and combined into one new game.
Everything you're seeing is a lie.
Nothing's actually happening right now. We're just sitting in an empty room staring at this computer.
Pushing buttons. We're not even talking.
Right.
Oh, it's 8-8.
The score is tied.
Whichever you
Tied.
care. It's
Because we made it tied with the
Isn't that what you do in
buttons.
tennis?
What?
It's called that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in tennis.
Well,
And not in anything else.
We are now in hysteria.
yeah.
This isn't really
Sure, in
tennis.
tennis just doesn't make any sense. How they do
Tennis
that.
is bizarre.
No one really understands.
H love. I feel like that was just like someone's girlfriend asking the scorekeeper what the score was. It's H love, and she just like thought, oh, 8 love, that's the tie, And then she became the scorekeeper and just said that to everyone.
That is a viable etymology. Or etymology.
Yeah, I'm an etymologist.
Okay. John, the official
I make etymologies.
No, you make etymologies.
Yeah, also those. Also etymologies. Etymologies are where you explain the origins of a speech given at a funeral.
Oh, okay. Not the origins of dead people.
No.
Well,
That's pretty simple. The origins of dead people is death.
They have 11. They have 9. They have 11. They have 11.
if you can read James Lips,
The Lander, Saver, Daver, Bird people have 11. The chef have 9.
I feel like it's the longer name. It's
Never
really
mind,
giving them a leg up.
I think so.
I mean, chef, that's one syllable. Who's going to remember that? But the Landon, Save and David Bird people, that's so
Everyone's
easy
going to remember that.
It's just like it sticks in your head.
It's fair.
It's just like rolls off your tongue.
Back there. It's true. It's true. We have like a second. We have 1 second. What did I do? No, I'm talking to you. Because you're the constable. 1 second. I got 1 second.
Some dispute over the end of time. People saying that time was called after the ball had gone out of play, and that there should therefore be time remaining on the clock.
James,
Okay, we have 1 second left.
1 second is remaining on the clock. Can
Are
Chef
they going for the tie?
pull out a tie and force a third
Why is
composure?
Chef going for a tie?
Because they don't have any hope of a win.
Right.
Wait.
If they tie, then it goes to a third composure. And then they have a chance to send it to over.
Wait, but if they don't tie, then they lose.
Right. Because the Lander Saber Japers won the first composure, so if they win again, it'll be 2-1, and since it's best of 3, so
Why don't they want it to just be over?
Chef?
Bye, Manny.
They want to try to
Landon,
win.
Save and David Bird people are trying to get a tie.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
No.
They're winning.
Well, it's just. That's just.
Good winning today.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm confused. There's only 1 second left.
I know. I don't.
Okay, well, that's get out of there.
Oh, and he's been ejected. 1 second remaining.
I sure hope you can hear James laugh right now.
We need a special James mic that just records James and broadcasts that.
It's like one of those, like in baseball games, they have that wire thing where
Yeah.
they put a mic on a certain player.
Like the
just during
quarterback
the-
or whatever,
that's
yeah.
right. We need to do that for James.
for the entire thing. We can just turn in and out the James feed of audio. Add that to our button board.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
along with the flat video cameras.
Yes. Oh my goodness. No, we need head-mounted GoPros.
No, that could interfere with your hand
Oh, that's true.
sandwichery.
So
You can see what it feels
upper
like.
arm-mounted GoPros.
You can see what it feels like.
I just think like it would be completely
You can
blurry the whole
practically
game.
smell it.
We'll say off.
Time. Game's over. Chef adds another loss to their record, and we all mourn them.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that they called a thud such that the score was tied, such that we're now going to a third.
Wait, the Thud tied it?
Yes.
I thought they were up by 2.
No,
Okay.
so we're going to a third
Wait.
begrudgingly.
Jane,
We would like
Yeah.
to ask you, why did you throw that game?
I
right
didn't
there?
throw nothing.
We heard you calling for a draw. When
Why
you
did
guys
you
were
do
ahead by
that?
like 4 points.
you're just trying to make our lives harder.
Well, there's a thing called strategy, folks. And sometimes you want other people to do well also.
I thought strategy was about trying to find the best way to win.
Yeah, if
There's
you're
this thing
afraid
called
that you may
strategy,
have the
and we
same
have thrown
record
it to
as
the
a
wind.
certain flap attack, you might want to pad your wall of stats just a little bit.
So you're doing some
Because you
training.
have so many.
Why would I want
Wait,
to pad
we
them?
don't need
I
to
want
pad
to-
them.
I
We go for winning.
No, I know, but we're going to win this match. I mean,
Well, yeah.
So,
Maybe not.
He just wants to drop the
Oh, I see. They
disrespect.
want to add to their wallop count.
Oh, he's boosting his stats.
Oh, I think that this is poor
I
sportsmanship.
believe we should boo him.
This is definitely
That was from our soundboard.
sacrificing good competition for the sake of personal stats,
That's true.
which I look down upon.
I
So,
because
I
obviously-
think that as official commentators for the Flappery League, we should officially condemn the behavior of the Lander Saver Daver Bird People Jays.
that's fair. I agree with all that has been said in the last 15 seconds.
So we would like to say that if you were watching this video, could you please like this video and subscribe if you agree with us right now?
Yes, like this video, you one single person who's probably in the same room as us.
We can see you. You are watching this. It's probably Tyler. Is it Tyler?
I
don't
wouldn't
think
be
so.
surprised.
I don't think so. I think he's not watching it.
Okay.
The silence,
The third
focus.
composure begins. Nothing happens.
And a wall.
That's a wall.
Wallop
I
for
would
the
have to agree with
Jaybirds.
James on
As
that
they
one. It was
say.
definitely-
I think that at this point, I don't
Wall.
want to see the Jaybirds get any good stats
Yeah.
for the entire composure.
I would
I
actually
honestly want to see.
I want to see Chef win this.
I mean, if Chef won this, I do have to admit it would be rather hilarious.
Yeah, that's. But it would also serve the Jaybirds right.
And Ben is back in because his thud actually carries over into the next
Right.
composure.
And apparently none of us knew that, but that's cool.
New rules.
That actually has never been the rule.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Yeah,
Why did it happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because it apparently didn't even matter. The Jaybirds scored anyway.
It might have been like a continuation for the disrespect.
Yes.
I feel as though there's a lot of pain being applied to Mason Landis' limbs.
Last down, cross. Stop! Whoa! Okay. Do you have? Sorry for all my people.
Mason appears to be distributing the balls to get good stats for all of his teammates, which on one hand is very nice. On the other hand,
Insanely cruel.
Stop it.
Which one takes precedence is your call.
we're not sure which hand we're going with.
Last down, cross. Stop. That's it. I'm calling you. Well, never mind. No. The thing is, you're doing the same thing Andrew's doing, so I can't call that no good counter submission. I know we're hating each other.
Wallop for the Lander Saber Daver Jaber people.
So catchy.
I know. The Lander Saber Daver
Bird
people. The Lander Saber Daver Jaber people.
Chef.
That's not a song.
It's just gonna be like chef.
What a song, chef.
It's just like 5 minutes of someone saying chef over and over.
Chef. It's a pretty decent song.
No.
It's almost as good as Lander Saber Daver Jaber people. 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 That's actually really hard.
We should make a beat.
Oh, and he pegs the wall.
Okay, you beatbox. No, that's the chef song.
No, that's the
chef.
Okay, no, we're not singing the chef song. Like the new national
Chef.
I believe we should all talk like Gollum for the remainder of this.
All right.
I can't actually do that.
Oh, really?
That's what the soundboard's for.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay, everyone, put in the Gollum sounds. That was me.
We blew our cover. We don't actually
No!
have the soundboard.
Well, we both pressed the button at the same time.
There's only one button.
It was a team
It's a big button.
It's a two-fingered button.
It's like nuclear devices. You know, two keys.
Why do we have two keys for that button?
Because it's a really dangerous sound.
It was me.
It's like, if you were going to nuke an entire country, you'd want to make sure
that two people did it.
Right.
Yeah. Because, if one person nukes a country, you're like, whatever. But
Yeah.
two people nuke a country, you're like...
That is serious.
Oh, okay.
You made at least two people angry.
The president and his dog.
Bo, can you go turn the key?
And that was not a ball. I don't actually know the score, but
I want you to turn that key right now.
Bird people are winning.
The Lander Saber Daver Saber people. Saber Daver Lander Baber.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
The dive. Oh my god.
What happened?
That was legendary.
That was intense.
What did he do?
We're gonna upload a separate video of just that in slow motion.
Did he score?
No, he did the ultimate disallow it.
Jonah hit it up and then and fell over.
Nice.
And Andrew leaned back and hit it.
Oh, sweet. I was looking at the soundboard during that.
Yeah. The soundboard is extremely mesmerizing.
It's also huge.
That's true.
Like
Have you ever seen the Pixar short Lifted? It's basically that. Oh. That's thuggery and betwixt.
Yeah, and like
pretty much every way to score.
it's a wall.
Yeah. Just tap it there.
Yeah.
Oh. And Paul makes the point. Paul has formed his own team.
No. Wait for who?
Paul gets a point.
James. Who are they giving the ball up to? I'm so confused. I'm not sure what just happened, folks. Somehow Paul Stanton got a wallop, though he is not currently actually in.
He is catching up, though.
So
It's
we're
his
basically
comeback.
the three tenors, right?
Three tenors.
Should we do an operatic rendition of the Lander Saber Daver Saber people?
I'm not sure.
The Landers favor.
No,
Jaybird
actually, that's a
people.
terrible idea.
The Landers favor Jaybird people. Oh, disallow it.
And it hits the table. And the camera shakes.
He touched the door. You gave away. Get that corn out of my face. You did?
Oh, he got that corn out of your face.
Get that corn out of my face.
It only matters if you touch it.
Oh, never mind. He didn't get the corn out of his face.
He has corn all over his face.
Right now.
And apparently over his head. Those are the corn husks.
Yeah.
What was that?
Corn.
What was that? I don't even know what that was. It was just like, they didn't even cross. He just like immediately walloped.
It's called the Insta Wallop. It's a new technique. Oh.
And I would like to introduce you to my new product, the Insta Wallop, for when wallops are not fast enough. Call now and you can get 3 Insta Wallops for the price of 2. Remember, supplies of the Insta Wallop are limited to 500,000, which we expect to sell in the next 5 minutes.
You just started like a new brand.
Remember, the Insta Wallop, it can dice, it can slice, it can chop things any way you like.
Is this like a slap chop commercial or something?
Get your Insta Wallop now and cut things to your heart's content. Insta Wallop.
You're just like
For when
the
Flappery is not fast enough.
Insta Wallop approves and supports Flappery. It sponsors us.
This message brought to you by Chef.
That's
Chef.